Alright YouTube, Paul Martin Belts back here again with a brand new video. This is going to be a detailed look at one of the newest big golds I've made. It's a WWE style textured big gold. So yeah, some of you have probably seen this in photos on my Facebook page, but I figured it was time to do a video. I think at the start of this video I've put a detailed look outside in the natural lighting. I tried to get a bit of a look at it. There's no audio to that because it was really windy outside and I spoke during one take of it and you couldn't hear any of it anyway, so I'll probably put some fancy music over it or something. But yeah, we'll take a detailed look at this in the in-house lighting. So there's a little bit of natural light in here, but this is mainly like overhead lighting, but the texture does still pop quite nicely. And yeah, this is probably one of, if not my favorite belt I've made so far in belt making, but it was a difficult one to do. The designing of this took quite a while, but I think it paid off, and I think it's got some of the best leather work I've ever done on a belt. So I think you can probably see the texture. It's behind all the wording, in between the floral, at the side of the crown, side of the wrestlers there. I'm trying to get the best angles possible. You can see there just around the edges as well. The stones are purple. The owner wanted it themed to the Undertaker, so it's got an Undertaker nameplate and purple stones. So I don't know how well the stones will show up in the lighting, but hopefully they'll look purple. The outside shots probably showed it off better. You can see the stones on the crown. There's two purple ones, but it's still got four clear ones. Apologies if the camera work isn't the best. I'm working with a new camera right now. Previously all my videos were filmed with my iPhone 5 camera, but this is a Canon DSLR 500D, I think. Oh, 700D, okay. So I'm still getting used to it. I'm not too sure how well this is going to show up and all that, but please bear with me. I'll get used to it after a few months, hopefully. But yeah, we'll start off with the leatherwork. So this is based on the big gold used on WWE TV for a short time. I think it was during a Randy Orton Christian feud. It was made by Dave Milliken, so Dave Milliken style 2x7 snapbox, just like that one had. On the edge here you can see my logo there. I love doing Midwest tooling. It's one of the fanciest tooling styles you can do, and I think it comes out beautifully every time. So I'm really proud of the leatherwork on this. Apologies for the focusing. Like I said a second ago, I'm still getting used to this camera. So yeah, you can see the tooling at the edge of the snap box there, and around all the snaps and everything. So I'm struggling with this focusing, as you can probably already tell, so apologies for that. See behind the wrestler there, you can really see the texture, and in between all the floral, it's difficult to tell on camera, but even areas like in between here, in person, you can really see the texture, like around the stone holders there, between the border and that. This side as well, you can see that shows up quite well on camera actually. Yeah, but in between all the floral there is texture. In person it pops really nicely. It really sets off the... Oh, that's a good angle actually, because you can kind of see how its texture's popping in between all the floral. So yeah, it really outlines the floral patterns itself, so that's awesome. Moving on to the other side, my signature stamp here. So what that says below it, if not showing up, it's my signature and crafted by Paul Martin. So yeah, again, Midwest style tooling, similar to the other side. This side is a 2x5 female snapbox though, as opposed to the other side's 2x7. I think this camera will pick up the kind of, I'm trying to get the, what do you want to call it? I don't want to keep saying texture because it might get confused with on the plates, but the tooling itself There's a nice texture to that you can probably pick up around the beveled areas. And again, it's got that edge tooling as well, which comes out really nicely. Very happy with this leatherwork. Like I said earlier, I think this probably is the best leatherwork I've done on any belt. And I'm really proud of that. This is a great belt. Big golds are my favourite, and this is a special one to do. Hopefully I get the chance to do more of these in the future, but who knows. If you're interested in one of these, I should point out, I can make them to order. Turnaround time is around 12 weeks, though it can be a bit longer. Texturing is time consuming to have the plates made, so yeah. Price for these textured ones are $2,500, so I'll leave all the details in the description below, how you can contact me and all that. But yeah, if you're interested in one of these, I'd be more than happy to make one. You can see thick cut to the strap, just like on the Midwest Dave Milliken version. J-Mars versions are normally quite tight to the plates. This one has got quite a lot of area that you can even see the whole tooling around the strap edge. There we go. So you can see that there. Nice shot of the beveling there. Like that, I think gives quite a nice shot as well of the texture around the wrestler, around the text. But yeah, we'll move on to the center plate. It's got a few fingerprints on it because I've been moving it around in these videos, but I don't think that'll show up. You can really, that's quite a good shot. You can see the texture in between all the floral when it's placed against a dark backdrop like the shirt I'm wearing reflecting. You can really see the texture. That's quite awesome. Where it's most obvious is actually behind the nameplate. All the area behind the nameplate is textured. Other than that, I would say around the writing itself, the World Heavyweight Champion text, you can really see it there. So it's coming out really nicely. I hope the video is as well, but like I said, I'm getting used to this camera, so I'm not sure how well this will come out. Hopefully I get more experience with this camera, and if I make any of these in the future, I can make a better video for you, but for now I hope this will do. So you can really see there against the black backdrop again the texture. So I know I keep going on about the texture, but that's mainly what's special about this version. It's a really nice belt. I'm in the process of making one for myself because I am a huge fan of how this came out. So we'll take a look at the backing, but even then I showed it outside. Flexibility, this is on suede backing, so often that's a little bit reduced flexibility, but it's not even noticeable. That's not a mark or anything, that's just as it's been sitting down, it kind of flattens out. Wipe it and it's back to normal. So covered up here are the male snaps. You can kind of see just poking up from the leather there, circles there. It's got all the bolts covered, including the nameplate screws. Oh, where am I pointing the camera? They're here. Suede, lovely smooth suede. The female snaps showing here. You can really see there. Flexibility is awesome. So I'm very happy with how this belt came out. To the point that it actually will sadden me when I post it out tomorrow. Oh well, it's gotta go, but I'll have my own eventually. So yeah, curve as well, it's got about 2 inches, maybe a little bit more. Very large curve. I tend to have big curves put into my big golds because they're really big belts. When you're wearing them, you really want it to fit around and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's all there is really to it. I've gone over everything, but yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, whatever it is on YouTube. I never know these days. Yeah, please comment your opinions if you like this belt. If you don't, feel free to tell me what you think I could improve. In one of my previous videos, someone said I should improve my accent. That's gonna be difficult, but you know, I can give it a shot. But like I said earlier, if you're interested in a copy of this or a version of the Big Gold without the texture, that's also available. Without the texture it's $2,000, with the texture it's $2,500. That includes any leather style, one nameplate of any name of your choosing, and yeah, whatnot. You can contact me at the links below, paulmartinbelts@gmail.com, through my Facebook belt page, Paul Martin Championship Belts, or through my website, paulmartinbelts.com. So yeah, that's a lot of plugs and advertising for myself. So with that being said, I'll end this video now and stop the suffering. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Goodbye.